Hello everyone, we're back with more Dungeons and Dragons. And ponies.
And a
Courage
really
is
noisy car outside. I don't know if you can hear that.
I actually can't.
Last time we left off when Sunshield had just excused herself from the guards so that she could go find the Griffin, who is not a moron.
Yep.
The Griffin who can actually respect the greatness of the sun. So she will make her way back to him.
Okay, I was actually wondering, because last time we were doing this, it sounded like you weren't planning on doing that. But...
Kinda, but I reluctantly agreed that other than killing them, there's not much I can do.
Fair enough. I guess doing as, you know, doing that makes more sense than killing them or trying to sneak in.
At the end of the day, I got a Griffin who's offered me help. I might as well hear him out.
Yeah. Alright, so you head back to his house, and I assume you just go and open the door, or, well, knock on the door.
I'd knock on the door.
I don't know why I said open the door.
I kick in the door and I'm like, police! Put your hooves on the floor.
Oh, that would be amazing. Kick in the door. Hands above your head. Yeah. Now you knock on the door and he answers and he's like, yes, I was expecting I'd be hearing from you again sooner than later.
Did he? Okay, let me ask. Did he tell me that the guards were gonna give me trouble?
He did, yeah.
Okay, otherwise I would be like, why didn't you just tell me? But like, he did.
Yeah, he actively told you that, hey, the guards are probably going to be jerks to you. There's a decent chance.
Sunshield just kind of shrugs and is like, yeah, your guards seem to be really incompetent. They don't know what their job is. The job being to let me into the goddamn castle.
He nods and thinks to himself, yes, well, I think I mentioned things with ponies have been rough, and our king has been a little busy lately. What exactly did they tell you?
He was busy, come back tomorrow. Actually, he was busy, come back yesterday.
I didn't actually tell you that.
I know.
God damn it. Anyways, he nods. Alright. Well, I think I can help you out here. But for today, I will unfortunately have to ask you to do as they say. Wait a day and then come back with me in tow and perhaps we'll, you know, get things solved out. As if we just come back today, they'll think we're specifically trying to bypass the orders.
But that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get to your king. Sunshield just kind of growls and puts a hoof to her forehead. Why won't they let me to the castle? I have important messages from Canterlot, like, is your empire so reluctant to have talks with ponies?
He shakes his head and he's like, no, I'm sure if the king himself heard that you had a letter from Princess Celestia, he'd let you in right away, but, well, things have been a little uppity lately, and the king has been, well, shutting himself away more and more. It's not unusual for even Griffins to have trouble getting into the castle.
Sunshield just kind of smiles, and then she's like, so I got a question about Griffins here. Are Griffins a type to be really impressed if someone was to sneak into the castle and find a king in his bedroom? Or would they be mad about it?
Well, I think they would be a little of both, but I'm not sure that's the safest course of action.
What do Griffins do if I sneak into the castle and this goes away? I mean, technically, if they captured me inside the castle, the king would probably still, like, hear about this, right? And then they would find out that I got a message from Canterlot.
Thinks to himself, and he's like, well, if that's the route you really want to take, just be sure to see me before you leave. If you don't check back in a couple of days, I'll, make sure you're not in jail.
And then Sunshed drives off in a car and drives right through the front door.
That would be amazing. Stupid cars.
Sunshed kinda nods. Well, okay, so you're saying if I wait till tomorrow, I'll be sure to get an audience with the king?
He nods. Yes. If you're willing to wait until tomorrow, I can guarantee you an audience with the king.
And where do I stay for today?
Thinks to himself, well, I would love to offer you a room here, but as you can see, it's, not really made for a, pony, and I don't have a lot of extra room here. I personally would recommend the inn. I can give you a couple of bits for a room if you wish.
So I got money. I mean, so I just like face off. Nah, I'll be fine. The ponies are paid well enough, as long as griffins take the same form of currency.
You know, they certainly do. Well.
Wait, so who prints the money, like, out of character? What economy has enwrapped the other one? Who owns the money?
I'd have to assume ponies own the money, but that's actually a good question they never answer in the show. But this is what I'm taking from the show. You remember in griffonstone, they do take bits.
To be fair, that episode Griffonstone was like, there was no empire anymore.
True.
So, I mean, they probably had no currency on their own.
Yeah, well, I'm going to still go with the fact that, the idea that ponies make the currency, so I don't know.
Griffins are just our bitches.
Yeah, pretty much. I guess so, because I'm going to go with the theory that, like, maybe griffins would also take other forms of treasure currency, because it seems like griffins generally take, like, money. I'm going to go, I'm not going to completely go with the greed angle, but once again, I'm kind of going to take some of those ideas, where griffins are naturally kind of hoarders when it comes to money. Like, they do like shiny things, and...
Which, quick note, dragons also do, but who doesn't in Equestria? It's almost like Celestia made everyone else greedy, so that she could rule easily.
Maybe so. I don't know. But,
I mean, even Nightmare Moon was kind of greedy in a way. Like, it's just a thing Celestia did where she mind-controlled everyone to be greedy.
That would be funny. Also, just for the fun of it, I'm going to say that, I don't know how printing coins would work in the medieval days, but I'm going to go ahead and say, you know, they somehow do it because, I don't know, magic or something, and a bit has... Huh? What was that?
In medieval times, they had coin printers.
Oh, they did?
You didn't have paper money, but, I mean, metal goey still existed.
True. Okay. Well, then, on the monies, I would say probably one side of the coin has Celestia and the other side has Luna on it.
Man, those are... Right, okay, 100 years passed, because otherwise I'm like, this money is from, like, the future. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm just imagine if Luna had been on the coins 100 years, like, when season 1, episode 1 happened, and it was right on the money and no one ever saw Luna.
That would be funny. Oh, man. But yeah, I don't know exactly when to say that happened, but it happened sometime within the past 100 years that, you know, they changed the currency slightly.
Okay, before it used to be one side Celestia and the other side is in Sun We Trust.
Probably. The one side was Celestia, the other side was a banana. No.
Okay, there were probably like a lot of different variations. We had the banana one, we had Sunbeam Trust, we had one that was just like never had a sister.
That would be amazing. There's one side just says there is only one princess.
Yep. Okay. Do I know where the inn is, or could I just find it? Like, okay, Sunshield asks where the inn is. Let's go that way.
Yeah. He kind of points while he's talking. He's like, "Ah, yes, the inn. I guess you wouldn't know exactly where it is. The inn should be, let's see, just keep walking straight away from the housing districts, and once you cross the street, it should be to your left."
Sunshield just kind of like, no, unless there's something else you wish to tell me, I guess I should go take my leave, take rest, and I will return tomorrow.
He nods and he's like, "Indeed, there shouldn't be anything else I have to tell you. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow. And once again, may the sun bless your journey."
Sunshield just smiles. I was like, yeah, thank you. May the sun smile upon you too. And she takes her leave. And she goes finds the inn. She does not break into the castle. Unless it turns out the inn is like full of just like people who want to stab her, in which case she would probably find the castle.
Fair enough. I don't know why, when you said that I won't try to break into the castle, I just thought of that Celestia toy thing. Let's break into my castle!
Actually, it was the Twilight one, wasn't it? Let's fly to my castle.
Yeah, you're right, that was the Twilight one. Let's fly to my castle! Every time I hear
into it.
Exactly. Every time I hear that, I think of that one video where the guy just throws the toy at the castle. Alright, so you go to the inn, and the innkeeper is unsurprisingly, a griffin. It's a female.
Surprising.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. Griffins don't seem the type to keep an inn, so I thought maybe it was like another race that came by and made an inn for them.
Why don't they seem the type to keep an inn?
They don't like anyone. Like, they literally don't like anyone who isn't a griffin. So who the fuck is gonna stay in their city?
Well, I mean, fair enough. I don't know.
Sunshed walks up to the griffin.
Griffin nods at Sunshield and she's like, "Hello there. Haven't seen any ponies around here lately. Would you care for a room?"
Sunshed nods. Yeah, I would like to book a room for one night, please.
Alright, the Griffin nods and she's like, "That'll be 1 bit." I don't know why I keep saying people nod. I need to stop doing that. It's starting to sound redundant.
I keep doing that.
You do? Oh. Probably so. God damn it. It never stops happening.
Okay. Right. Sunshed hands her a bit. Not nodding.
Okay. She takes the bit and she's like, "Alright, your room will be the first one on the left." And she kind of tosses you a key.
Sunshed catches the key with her magic.
Cool.
And puts it like just in the pocket or whatever. I assume she has a place she can put a key. She also wonders, where she also speaks, "Do you guys offer anything to drink?"
Yes, we offer a few things to drink. A variety of imported ciders and such, and it's not something to drink, but we have our famous Griffin scones.
Oh, you can't drink those. Can I look around the inn?
Yes.
To see like what else is in the inn currently. I assume the inn is like the normal medieval inn, where like at the top are like the rooms, but below are just the normal like tables for drinking.
Right. There are. Yeah, yeah, on the tables you can see a couple of griffins sitting down.
Any of them
There's
guards? Well, like, do any of
um
them look like off-duty guards?
um yes, there's let's see, there's three. I think I said a couple, but there's actually three. There's a male and a female sitting together and they just look normal, and there is an off-duty there is one who looks like a guard. He kind of has, I don't think I ever stated what they're wearing, but I'm going to assume they're wearing some kind of armor. So, he's wearing some of that armor and kind of just sitting in in the corner and eating a scone.
One second. I was looking up Griffin in armor. Yeah, this is what I could very quickly find. I'm gonna link it to you.
Okay. I'm curious to see what it'll be. Oh, alright. Yeah, it actually is pony style Griffin. So yeah, I'd say it's something like that.
Fair enough. So I was thinking, I don't know if I assume my brain is weird. So you didn't catch you didn't catch on this idea because it doesn't make any sense in this context. But I was gonna go Knights of the Republic on this. Do you know what I'm referring?
You're going to steal his armor and try and sneak in?
Yes, because it's what you do in Knights of the Republic.
Yeah,
for that reason, I always remember that.
Yeah, I remember that too. And at first I was like, well, he can't mean that because it doesn't make sense, but you said it doesn't make sense.
I know. But I could try it. I'm sure they would fall for it. It works in Knights of the Republic.
Yeah, but in Knights of the Old Republic, you're not a freaking Griffin.
True, and the armor is kind of full body. So
Yeah.
these guys see better armor. But going back to this, anyone else of note in like, I mean, I know there's a guard there, but is it like dragons, ponies? Well, I guess she always said that as a noteworthy.
No, there are just the 3 Griffins.
Damn, this inn doesn't get a lot of business. It gets about as much business as a small town of Vancouver. This inn
Well,
sucks.
you did mention that, yeah, these
I know. I'm not
seem
actually
a little
I'm not saying
xenophobic.
it makes no sense. Anyway, Sunshed orders Subsider and a Scone thingy. I don't even know what they are. I've never had one in real life. I know what you're referring to, but even in the show, I didn't get it.
A scone. I can show you what a scone is real quick. It's just a baked good. There's various forms of a scone.
Baked good or baked bad?
I'd say it's a baked good. Here's one that I think looks tasty. I don't know how you'll feel about it, but I'd eat that.
Oh yeah, actually I had it before. I don't like them.
Wait, you did or didn't like them?
I don't like them.
Oh, well, fair enough then. I can't disagree with that, actually. That's the main thing I don't like about scones is they're a bit dry. But, yeah.
Yeah. But either way, Sunshield doesn't know that alternate ego of her doesn't like it, so she buys one.
Alright, so, I mean...
And then
yeah.
she makes her way to the guard.
Alright.
Yep, and she takes a seat, and she pretty much like just takes a seat on the other side of it where he's sitting, and just as awkwardly as last time she wasn't in, and she starts a conversation. The sun greets you. You fuck that we.
You fuck. The sun greets you. You fuck.
You fuck. But I guess that's canon now. Sunshed trips up over her words and says that.
Really?
I don't know. I fucked up. She fucked up. It comes.
If you want, sure.
She does quickly try to correct herself. I meant to say, the sun greets you, Sir God, Griffin. How are you doing?
He looks noticeably annoyed that he, He speaks up. Oh, it's odd to see your kind around here. You've probably heard that plenty. I'm doing alright. Is there something you wanted, miss?
I'm curious why a god like you is out here drinking all on his own. Are there no other gods that you usually go out to drink with?
He shakes his head. Oh, that. No, I just, well, I'm just off on my shift currently, and, there aren't any other guards that I know that are off, so I'm drinking alone. Is it really that odd?
Out of character, it's early night, right?
Yeah.
Early evening? Okay.
Right.
But is it that odd? So I mean, like, if you ask me out of character in real life, I'd be like, yeah, who the fuck goes to a bar and sits down and just starts drinking alcohol on his own? Like, I don't even do it with people, but it's not even forced me to do it without people.
Yeah.
Right, she just kind of does her best to smile, half fakely, but whatever. I mean, I just thought I got time to kill, and you seem like you seem like you wouldn't mind some companionship. Don't you just wanna spend some time drinking together, talking?
I don't know where you're trying to take this, but
Nowhere!
no.
Why am I not allowed to talk to ponies?
You're allowed to talk to ponies. It's just it was just a very random thing to do. But hey, sure, you can do random things.
I got nothing to do unless I'm gonna I can't break in. I keep wanting to call him a stallion. The Griffin looks lonely.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
it's always better to have more allies.
Yeah, true story. It is good to have more allies. So
No one's gonna care you if you're in the companionship of a god.
True. He sighs and he's like, yeah, alright, company wouldn't be so bad, I suppose.
Sunshield just perks up. Perk up a little because she's happy that he didn't just push her away. What do you usually guard? Like, do you guard at the castle? Do you guard at the harbor? Do you just guard in the town?
He nods. Yeah, I normally guard at the castle.
I heard the Griffin King's been pretty busy.
Yeah, he certainly has been. I don't really know why. That's not really my job to know. But, the Griffin King and generally the castle's been very, busy lately.
Oh, so Sunshed at this point starts drinking from her cider and biting into the scone so that she doesn't just sit there very awkwardly with food.
The scone is good, by the way.
Oh, okay. So this is Pinky Scone.
Yeah, exactly. You just need some flour, and then you make a scone, and then everyone becomes your friend. And then, it's cool.
So pretty much that episode taught you bribe people with food, which is actually pretty accurate.
It's very accurate.
And most of all when you put flour into your food. Might or might not be cocaine.
Oh, yeah. I think that's a pretty good way to bribe someone with food.
I'm trying to remember what other information I know. I know the ponies have been giving the Griffins supplies, and the Griffins are kind of upset about that. Was that correct?
Yes, that is correct. The ponies
and the Griffins were in need of supplies. Do I know why?
No, you do not know why. You just know that the Griffins, for some reason, are struggling with their own supplies, and ponies have been giving them supplies, which, has been a little,
Obviously, changelings cost it all. Anyway, Sunshed, thinking for a bit while eating her food and tasting actually pretty decent scone, she continues. Do you have any idea why the ponies have been sending supplies to Griffonstone?
He seems to look around suspiciously before leaning in. Actually, you know what, before he does that, how about, do you want to make a diplomacy check on that?
Sure. My pony's so good at that. A 6 plus 12 is 18.
Yeah. Alright. So, he thinks about it and he's like, well, I guess, I mean, you person I just met is trustworthy enough. No, but, yeah,
But, I mean,
okay.
if I fail, that's okay. I don't need to know it from him. I don't know why I didn't ask the one pony the one Griffin who would actually tell me probably outright, but hey.
Yeah. I don't know either, but hey, that's how RPGs work. You
You
spread
know how
the
I
love
am.
and you spread
If you
the
make
knowledge.
a random NPC, I would drag him along. I
Yeah.
need always 2 NPCs with me. I got 1, now I need a second.
Oh man, yep, it's just gonna turn in, it's gonna turn into last time. So after looking around a bit suspiciously, he leans in and he's like, well, I guess it's not exactly hidden knowledge. You probably would have to ask around long to find out about it. Recently, a lot of our supplies have been mysteriously disappearing.
Disappearing from the castle, from storage rooms, before they ever get to the city. Disappearing from where?
Well, they've generally been disappearing from the harbor and around town, though there's even been a rare few items stolen from the castle. It's gotten
But the
everybody
countryside-
freaked out.
The countryside itself seems to be fine. The farms and whatnot are not under any danger.
Yeah, that's what's weird. The farms and everything seems to be fine. We're just losing supplies out of nowhere.
And the ponies have been offering supplies to the Griffins. For free or for payments? Why are the Griffins so upset by this?
Yes, it is for... I'm not gonna have him answer that, because that is for free. I believe I already... If I didn't already tell you, it's something it tried to
Charity.
imply. Yes, they are doing it, for the sake of charity, because ponies are cool, but Griffins are proud, so they're not happy that they need help. So it's not really the ponies' fault, it's just, Griffins are generally grumpy, and they... most of the Griffin citizens would rather not need any help than, they'd pretty much just rather not even get help, even though they kind of need it. If it's alright with you, I think he's gonna ask you something, actually.
But I think characters are allowed to interact with some shit. Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm asking you, I'm just... I want to make sure I'm not, interrupting you mid-thought while you're like, I want to ask him more things. I'm like, no, he's talking to you, bitch. Okay, but yeah, the guard speaks up himself and he's like, so, you've been rather inquisitive. Mind if I ask what you're doing in our fine city, miss?
Sunshed just smiles. Yeah, I'm just here to deliver a letter to your great king, but seemingly the guards at the gate do not understand that messengers are supposed to be let through the gate. As such, I'm currently biding my time till I'm allowed admittance.
That's pretty rough. Yeah, I've already mentioned that our king's been busy, and, you might have noticed things are a little tense around here. But hopefully your job goes well.
So,
He says
answer me
with a smile.
truthfully. Are things tense because the supplies are disappearing or because ponies are giving you supplies? Because it seems like this disappearing supplies is much more of a pressing matter than your pride.
He thinks to himself, well, yes, the disappearing supplies are a much more pressing matter. I think it's a little of both for a lot of people around here. Obviously, the disappearing supplies are stressing them out, and being helpless and in need of aid from others isn't something Griffins are ever proud of.
Then I must inquire, why do Griffins not simply trade for the supplies that they require? By is the Griffin Kingdom? Actually, no. She just kind of like she's like, "It's the Griffin Kingdom," and then she just kind of like swears off because she doesn't want to continue the sort of "are they fucking broke?" because that seems offensive.
Well, I mean, all sorts of supplies are disappearing. Not just food, but money, other sorts of goods like spices and such. There's not much around here that seems to not be disappearing. So, trading would be trading for supplies we don't have.
Okay. You make it sound like this is like a really widespread thing. Like this is huge. Are the Griffins investigating the matter?
Well, of course the matter is being investigated, but nothing's been discovered as far as I've heard. Though
Have you considered calling ponies in to investigate the matter? We tend to have a lot of experience with investigations.
My little investigations! Go!
I mean, like, we started the show at least like 4 different times by now.
Yeah, I know. Though I still can't help think of
books.
that. Someone should make a spin-off just for us. My Little Investigations. The Sunshield edition. But, the Griffin, speaks up again. He's like, well, yeah, I mean, I guess that would be a route to go, but Griffins around here don't even like being offered supplies from ponies. I don't know how many around here would really like a pony going around asking questions and poking around in others' business,
Sunshed just kind of starts to grin slightly and raises an eyebrow. Well, to be fair, you don't seem to mind too much.
He kind of blushes and he's like, well, maybe I'm just a special case. I don't know.
Fair enough, I meant no offense. Well, when will you be returning to duty?
Let's see. He glances up at the clock. There's a clock above the, Wait, they would have clocks. Sometimes I forget about the technology level. It's very... Okay, clocks are canon.
Remember, ticked... I don't know.
Yeah, the clock is ticking. I remember that.
Yeah, the clock is ticking.
Tick-tock, Twilight, the clock is ticking. Okay, so he looks up at the clock and he's like, I'll probably have to start my next shift in about an hour.
Can I see if the drink he's drinking is alcoholic or not?
He is not drinking an alcoholic beverage. In fact, he's just, yeah.
I don't know if there's really much worth asking. It's early in the evening, right?
Yeah, it's evening.
Would you know anything that... would you know any way that a pony could burn some time in this city of yours for the evening?
A pony to burn some time. I mean, we have a few shops around here if you're interested in that sort of thing. We have the latest Griffin fashions, not that I'm sure any of them would fit you, but you can always check.
Do I have any idea what Griffin fashion is like? Like, I'm just wondering, like, because pony fashion seems to be a lot like dresses and stuff like that, like very high, like high medieval kind of like style, I guess. But would Griffin fashion be a lot more like militaristic?
I
don't know
might
why
not
I'm
be.
asking.
I'm trying to think of how to respond to that. I'm bad at fashion, but sure, I'll say they're maybe a little more militaristic. Griffin fashion tends to be a little more subdued than pony fashion. They do still have dresses, but you know, they tend to. Well, I mentioned that they have, Griffins are proud of their feathers, so a lot of their fashions tend to really, they try to show off their feathers.
Yeah, let's see. So there's stores I could buy stuff.
Yep. There's shopping, and... Sorry.
She actually, even if he was gonna say more, she just kinda interrupts by poking up. It's like, is there a library in the city?
A library? Yeah, sure, we got a library. It's not too far from here. Just take a right and continue down this side of the street, and you can't miss it.
Thanks for the information. Just as a note, do Griffins have any experience with changelings? Like, she just kind of asked that. Have you guys ever... I mean, Equestria had its fair deals of conflicts with changelings. Do Griffins have any such conflicts?
I haven't really heard of any conflicts with changelings. The most I've ever heard about them is from stories from Equestria, so... yeah.
Fair enough. Assuming a pony was to be a tourist and visit whatever the city was called, I forgot. Griffonstone, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Assuming a pony was to be a tourist and visit Griffonstone, what do you think they would seek out?
Tourism. Well, we have,
Jeez, the main villain, I knew it.
Why do you say that all of a sudden?
Because I'm just like, the whole ship, like, they are stealing the supplies that they are also bringing. They bring supplies, and then they steal them again, and she's actually the captain of that ship.
Obviously.
I don't know yet why, but it makes sense. I mean, I guess it's a way that so they sift they steal the supplies, then Equestria gives them new supplies, and then they steal them again. So they sift the items because it's easier to steal from the Griffin than from Equestria.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
I guess it makes sense. I don't know. We'll see. For
I'm just
now,
wondering if there's even a place to visit. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, well, he was going to state, yes, we actually have a, museum in Griffonstone, which features various Griffin arts and, statues and the like. Lots of, famous statues. It's been quite a famous place for tourism, though, well, with the recent events, as you can imagine, tourism's decreased a bit. He didn't do that stutter thing. I just fucked up.
That's okay. Fair enough. Well, you have been extremely informative, and I appreciate that. It is nice to know that some Griffins do know how to respect other beings. Unless there's anything else you wish of me, I will try to go find some of those places you mentioned.
No, I don't think I require anything of you, but it was my pleasure, miss, and hopefully, despite everyone else, your stay in our Why am I so bad at talking? Fuck.
Maybe this guy has problems with talking. Maybe he's flustered by the sexy pony.
Maybe so. I don't know. God damn it. That explains everything that's going on. No, but let's see. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't need anything else, miss, but I hope, despite some troubles, your stay in the rest of your stay in our city goes well.
She bows to him respectfully. Also, just for the record, my name is Sunshield Brightbrook. Who did I make the acquaintance with?
Oh, yes, nice to meet you, Sunshield. My name is Ebon Feather.
Eben or Eden?
Ebon.
Eben, okay. Like the wood.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, this. Which is hopefully an okay name for a griffin. I thought it made sense.
It's fine. It's nice. Thank you, Apple Feather. And she finishes off a mug of cider with one fell swig, and then the music became really loud because the neighbors to this inn are very disrespectful.
They sure are.
And then all the neighbors became like... That is actually why the Griffins are so annoying. It's all the hip hop from the pony.
That would be funny. That'd be amazing.
But yeah, she takes her leave. Sunshed was just on her way out of the inn and into the great unknown of the Griffin Library.
Yeah, America. So, so you go to the library. Inside is a library. Let's see.
Wait, inside the library is another library.
No, I'm sorry. I mean, it's books and stuff.
Okay.
The Griffin Library is, I'm going to say, pretty extensive. It's it's not as big as the Canterlot Library, obviously, but it's still pretty big. And like a lot of Griffin buildings, it's built for verticalness, more than, horse, I don't know. Basically, what I'm trying to say is it's 3 floors, but they're not, like, massive floors, but it's a 3-story building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I see a librarian as I enter?
Yes, there is an old Griffin librarian. She looks kind of, she looks old. I don't know.
She looks kind of, old. I walk up to Miss Old Librarian. My son walks up to Miss Old Librarian, and she smiles at her. Hi. I'm gonna go as hi and let her talk.
I bet you're gonna love this, and I'm gonna hate this.
You're not gonna...
I'm gonna... Hello there, Missy!
Can Sunshine just face off and go find the books on her own?
Yeah, if you want.
Sunshine just kinda like... Can you point me to the direction of books that were written in the Griffin Kingdom?
Books in the Griffin
Like, books... I'm trying to find books that are written by Griffins. Because I assume a lot of these books are going to be written by ponies, but I already know those.
Yeah, Books written by Griffons, 3rd floor!
I'm supposed to actually have a section for that. So, okay. Thank you. May the sun smile upon your lung cancer. And she walks off.
You're just jealous of my old bag voice.
I'm just trying to avoid it.
Fine.
So
Be that way.
So I went to the 3rd floor.
Yes. The 3rd floor. And on the 3rd floor are
Wait,
books.
can I even go to it? Are there
Yeah.
stairs?
Yeah, there are stairs.
Am I gonna be the stairmaster if I get to the top?
No, there are not that many stairs. I'd say it's I'd say you're probably. Your character's decently fit. You can climb these stairs, no problem.
Okay. What do I find at the 3rd floor?
You find more books. Sorry. What are you after? So, 3rd floor, there are, more books. I mean...
So, being that Sunshed's question was kind of strange and vague, is this actually categorized as books written by Griffons?
The question was strange.
Are these, national bestsellers? So, what is this categorized as?
Let's see. Most of these books... I'm trying to think of what kind of books Griffons would write. There's, history books, there's books about economy and money and, I don't know, greed, and there's books about fighting people. Ponies? Griffins? I don't know. Books about stabbing stuff.
Can I go find the books about combat?
Mm-hmm.
Can I look for any books written by Griffons about how Griffins should combat against ponies?
Let's see.
The equivalent of what I found was my book on Griffin weaknesses, but for ponies.
Yeah. Yeah, you can find that sort of thing.
Do I find anything that stands out? A book that seems particularly well written for Griffin standards.
A book that seems well written for Griffin standards. Yeah, I'd say there is a rather large tome that stands out among the others that looks like it's, It looks like it's been well written, and it's, it's a big tome with gold lettering, and it's generally pretty looking. I don't know. Stands out, I guess.
What is the title of the book?
The book's name is called, let's see, Roughless. Which, I don't know why I decided to name it that, because that doesn't make any sense, but hey. That's what I decided to name.
This is the best, it's the best written book out of all of them. And its title doesn't even make sense. Sunshed just kind of sighs very loudly, and she starts flipping through the book, and she wants to see if there's a chapter on combating unicorns.
Let's see. You flip through the book, and there's a chapter about combating unicorns.
What does it say?
Let's see.
Meet me for chapter 2,000 words.
I sure will. Oh boy, you're gonna get the best book report ever, Sapere. Okay, so, the chapter says, okay, yeah, so the book on unicorns, let's see. So, like most pony types, unicorns tend to have a lot of concern for their friends and friendships, so generally anything that threatens their friends tends to, be something they try to avoid. And it also mentions that aiming for the horn is, a good idea, because a unicorn's main sense of strength is usually their magic. And, if you cannot aim for the horn, it's usually best to, try and stay to the side or behind a unicorn and avoid being in the air, because a lot of unicorns can, use ranged magic, which is, not good if you're flying around and being an open target.
Do Griffins have any detailed way of, they focus on the horn, but do they just hit the horn, or do they have a way to combat a unicorn's magic?
Let's see.
Do they have, anti-magic equipment or something fancy?
Oh, no. Griffins don't have anything that fancy. They're pretty low on the technology scale, I'd say. So, no, they don't have any, fancy super ways of combating unicorns. It's basically try and beat them before they beat you.
So, really, I've not learned worth anything.
Not really, no. I'm sorry, I'm not sure how much you were hoping to learn, but sadly Griffins are not super cool, super, tech beings, so no anti-magic fields or anything.
Just because I'm curious, does the book have a chapter on alicorns?
The book basically has a passage near the end on alicorns. I'd say it's pretty much to the last chapter. And basically it just says that alicorns are the royalty of ponies above all else, and their horns are sharp and tough, and they can fly, and avoid them, because they will kill you.
Sunshield returns the book to its place, just kind of... She doesn't sigh as notably as when she first saw the title of the book. She's just kind of like, whatever. That was about as efficient as expected.
Sure.
Can I find a history book? Can I find a history book that talks about the history of this city?
Yes. You can find a history book that talks about the history of Griffonstone.
Can I see if Griffonstone has... If there's been any record... If the history book ever talks about a time when Griffonstone seemed to have been starving or in need of supplies, or anything akin to what's currently occurring inside the city.
Yes. Here's my chance for some super writing. And by that I mean ripping off the show directly. But yes, I'd say, about 100 years ago, there indeed was a time much like this where Griffonstone was very much in a bad state. And it was in a bad state until some... I'm going to say the book lists them as mysterious heroes. There were a group of mysterious heroes who came along and returned the... Do you remember what it was called, that artifact thing?
But they didn't.
Yeah, I know. This is alternate continuity. They did, bitch! I'm sorry.
Okay. So wait, they didn't make it a lesbian and still create peace and harmony?
I mean, they might have done that too, but they did actually, in this universe, they did return the, artifact. It kind of reminds me of what you said, which I liked that idea, and it's kind of what I was going for anyways, where... Yeah, pretty much every kingdom has their own MacGuffin of sorts. So the Griffin Kingdom has their, their epic treasure that kind of unites Griffins under the king. It's that kind of thing I feel like maybe they could survive without, but it's that kind of thing, like, I don't want to go the full, they would turn into super greed monsters without it. But it's basically, that idea of it just, it's what gives the king his power to rule, basically. So they retrieved the idol of Boreas and helped griffonstone prosper once more, and, it's flourished into the kingdom you see today.
So the obvious assumption is that the idol of Boreas might have disappeared. That's what Sunshed thinks at this point. That's kind of irrelevant. She just wants to... Maybe Celestia stole the idol of Boreas, and that's what I'm sending... Whatever. Anyway,
that would be funny.
She's like, she stole it and replaced it with a banana. Anyway. Fair enough. Interesting. Okay, here's my question. Being that I have read about the elements of harmony, do I know, have I read about the element? I know about Twilight Sparkle in the context of the elements of harmony. Do I know about them having been the ones who returned the Idol of Boreas?
Do a history check. I'll just do that.
Okay.
It's simple enough. History checks. Dice rolling. Role playing.
What is my history?
I think your history was like 20, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
32.
32! Oh boy, do you know that! Yeah, you thoroughly know that it was the elements of harmony that returned the idol of Boreas, and that specifically the warrior known as Rainbow Dash was the one to return it to its rightful owner.
Think he gets no credit.
Huh?
Think he gets no credit.
Pinky was too busy making friends. She didn't do anything.
That's literally in the book, like in whatever book she read it on. And Pinky was being a bitch. So I know that, and I know that they returned the idol. Does the book state where the idol of Boreas would be kept since it has been returned?
Let's see. Yeah, the idol of Boreas would be kept in the, unsurprisingly, in the castle. I would say it's, but yeah, I'll say they kind of have a, shrine devoted to it, where it's
kind of like how the, Time Warp, that room that the Time Warp was in that one game.
Yeah, exactly. Except it actually has... Except it's actually there, maybe. Maybe. I don't know.
Spoilers.
Spoilers? Maybe it's not there, and you go there and Dr. Hooves is there, and then you discover Bad Wolf, and Bad Wolf, and Bad Wolf.
Sunshield makes a mental note about this whole Idol of Boreas thing, and she hopes that she might be able to look upon it tomorrow to see just what this is all about. So that's like the last time there's been a record of Griffonstone just being fucking terrible. Okay. She also returns this book to its rightful place.
Alright.
And I think she has done her due in this. She doesn't really need to find a book on money. So she will leave the library.
What? You don't want to find a book on Griffin economics?
I don't. Whatever economics they had, they suck right now. So it's not like I wasn't reading one.
Fair enough.
So she leaves the library. She kind of reluctantly waves to the librarian as she leaves.
See you later, Missy!
Yes. And she just kind of like starts making her way toward wherever the Griffins at the museum was.
Alright. Griffin, night at the museum. Except it's not really nighttime yet, though that did pass some time, so I'd say it's getting kind of, it's late evening.
Anyway, I find my way to the museum, and I want to. Sunshield is looking at the museum if they have an exhibit on the the Idol of Boreas. Like obviously they won't have the original Idol of Boreas, but do they have like, like an exhibit
Yeah.
a replica?
Yes, I would say they very much do. Also, let's see, you go to the museum and there's, the, I don't know, the receptionist, I guess, who's, welcomes you, and he's like, "Good day, miss." And inside the museum, you see Peppermint Swirl. I bet you're super excited about that. Wait, was that her name? I think that's... I don't think that was her name, actually. I think I screwed that up. Okay, but I believe this person was called...
She had no name.
Oh yeah, we didn't give her a name.
I was just doing the editing. You forgot to write down her name, so we never gave her one.
Okay, well... Her name is Paradise Burst.
Sunshield makes her way to her, and she just kind of nods at her. How was your visit then so far?
Paradise Burst smiles at you, and she's like, "Oh, it's been lovely, dear. This museum is wonderful. They have all kinds of neat artifacts and such. The Griffins have been a little, on the rude side, but nothing I'm not used to."
Sunshield perks up and when she mentions the artifacts, and she's like, "Oh yeah, have you heard about the Idol of Boreas? I heard that it's a big thing. Does this museum talk about it at all?"
Yes, the Idol of Boreas. It's a very famous artifact. Pretty much the most important thing in the Griffin Empire. It names the king and supposedly helps bring the kingdom riches. They do have a section on it, and even a replica of the original idol.
Would you be willing to show me where I can find that in this museum?
Yes, of course. She, leads the way towards the, room.
I like how everyone somehow ends up being useful to me at some point.
It all comes around.
I assume you've read about it, so can you tell me what you already have read about the idol? Like, what do you know?
Well, I know that 100 years ago the idol was lost, but returned by great heroes.
She just kind of coughs ponies.
That's pretty great. Let's see. Paradise Bursts just kind of, looks a bit surprised, and she's like, "What about ponies, dear?"
Don't have these Griffins, but the great heroes were ponies. I don't think the Griffins would want to appreciate knowing that.
She looks a bit wide-eyed, and she's like, "Wow, really? That is interesting. Oh, I'll have to write that down in my journal."
I'm glad she takes my word on it. Either that or she just doesn't want to offend me. She's like, "You lying bitch."
Well, I mean, she pretty much tells you what you already know about the idol, that it's, and what she just said, the idol is well known for bringing riches, and it names the king, and it's pretty much the most important object in Griffin culture.
Where do you plan to go? Like, okay, you've visited the museum, it's a nice site, I can appreciate that. But where does your trip in the Griffin Kingdom plan to take you next?
Well, it's already kind of late, so as you might imagine, I'm going to turn into the inn, And then I'm probably going to stop by the library, and I know I'm probably not going to be able to make my way inside, but I would like to see the castle. I've heard it's magnificent.
I heard the original idol of Boreas is kept inside the castle. Do you have any idea how a pony would be able to? I mean, you're a tourist and you have a habit of looking at things. How do you have any idea how a pony would be able to get a look upon it?
Well, yes. Normally, if the if words weren't failing me. Normally, the idol actually would be open to public viewing on most days, but as of recently, they haven't been letting visitors inside the castle, so I suppose there's not much of a way to get to see it without directly asking the king.
Fair enough. Well, I will actually be staying at the same time, so we will probably be running into each other in due time. I'm just gonna quickly take a look around the museum and then turn in for the night as well. So unless there's another thing you wish of me, I would let you take your leave.
No, that'll be all, but thank you, dearie. I look forward to seeing you, and I hope the rest of your trip is amazing.
Thank you. I hope the same for you. May the sun smile upon you.
May the sun smile upon you, and she, walks off.
Damn it, no, she's the first one to not walk off. I mean, the first time I don't just walk off, anyway. She goes over she looks at, okay, first off, she goes over the plagues or whatever by the Isle of Boreas, sees if there's any information she doesn't already know about it, which is unlikely. And once she has done that, she will also take a closer look at the idol and study it. I mean, obviously it's a replica, but she wants to know that if she saw it again, she would for sure know what it looked like.
This is man, I forgot how the Idol of Boreas looked. It's kind of funny looking. It's this weird, goblet thing. I actually have a picture of it here. So, yes, you would recognize it if you saw it again, despite the fact that it's kind of stupid looking. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I think it's kind of stupid looking.
I don't know, to me, it looks kind of like, it looks like a trophy.
Yeah, it kind of does look like a trophy. Well, regardless,
maybe they got the idea of Boreas when they won one of the Equestria games.
That would be funny. And the Idol of Boreas was considered the best Griffin emblem because it finally showed that Griffins weren't the worst at everything.
Yeah, it goes back to the theory that everything Griffins have ever accomplished is pony done. Without ponies, Griffins can't do anything.
That's pretty funny.
I know what it looks like. I know all there is to know about it. Assuming that I'm done here with the museum, it's getting pretty late, and I don't want to be out at midnight and have Griffin jump and kill me. I'm gonna head back to the inn.
Alright, sounds good. I don't know why the idea of that last statement amuses me. It probably just makes me think of a lot of games, because that's the kind of thing that would happen in most games. Like, oh, it's nighttime, and there's griffins that approach you, and they're like, I don't like your kind around here. But, no, that doesn't happen. You make your way...
D&D, this is what happens.
It is.
What happens in D&D.
Yeah, it is, but not this time. You make it back to the inn. Without, being jumped by griffins. What a shock.
Yes, Panther, I give a smile and a wave to the innkeeper, and I make my way to my room.
Alright. Oh, and as you enter the inn, you also see, no, you also see Paradise Burst. She's here and enjoying one of the Griffin scones.
Oh, okay. I also give a wave to her, which means I'm waving to us at the same time on faceplant.
That would be funny. But no, you wave to them both and, you know, upstairs. I mean, to be fair, it's been shown ponies can walk on their back hooves in the show, so it's not, like, impossible.
True. Oh yeah, as I find my room. Is the room unlocked?
No, you have a key, but it is not unlocked.
Okay, that was just a security measure. I unlocked the room and I entered the room.
Alright. Oh yeah, I guess I should actually describe the room. The room looks kosher enough. It's a pretty simple inn room, but it's not bad. The bed is, I'd say it's comfortable looking, but it's very nest-like. Like, the bed is basically just a bunch of hay set up, you know.
That is fascinating. The normal name of Sunshield just looks at it, there's like shrug, and then flops down on the floor and sleeps there instead.
You don't think Sunshield would like the nest-like bed?
Wait, that's the thing. I don't know how ponies are about it. I mean, I guess horses are okay with it. I'm just thinking in real life I would never want to sleep on straw. It sounds terrible.
Yeah. I understand that. I don't know how they are in the show.
How would a pony rate the nest bed?
Let's see. How about we use dice to determine this super important thing? Roll a d20.
Quality of bed.
Yeah, do it.
If this is the one time I roll low. Yes!
Wow. Okay, the bed's not terrible, but Sunshield looks at the bed and scoffs. It looks like the most uncomfortable rubbish you've ever seen, ever, and you hate it.
Sunshield just kind of looks at it, she sighs. She looks around the room, and she decides, actually, is there a window in the room?
There is a window in the room, yes.
Does the window look secure?
Let's see. If you mean is the window currently locked, then yes, it does look secure.
Okay. Any other... do I see any security flaws in this room? It's not paranoid. Totally.
Totally not. Let's see. Looking it over, where's your, let's see.
Perception.
Looking it over, the window is locked, but it looks like with enough force it would be pretty easy to, force the window open without breaking it. Like, it's not a very sturdy window. Mm-hmm.
My magic barrier wall has to be a continuous thing, right?
What do you mean?
I can't make two small walls. It would need to be one big wall.
Oh, yeah, it needs to be one big wall.
Okay, then I do it this way. Sunshield focuses her magic and puts a magical barrier in front, like, not in front of the window, but behind the window. So, like, you would need to break the window and then the wall.
Right.
If that makes sense. And then she decides to sleep in front of the door so that if someone tried to open the door, it would, like, hit her in the back.
Yeah. Alright. That actually makes a lot of sense. Huh?
She also locks the door, of course. But yeah.
Yeah.
So she blocks the door with her body, and she blocks the window with her magic.
Alright.
I don't know how much sense this makes, like the door thing. Like it kind of makes sense to me as I am like, yeah, but they could stab you through the door, but I don't know. I still wouldn't. I don't know. I have to say.
I mean,
Sunshield thinks this makes sense.
chances are they wouldn't think of that. I mean, how would they even know you're on the other side of the door, let alone decide, well, it's a good idea to try and stab through the door. By the way, these doors are decently thick.
They try to open it, and they can't open it.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't know. Sleeping in front of the door. There.
I don't know, yeah. I think it's fun.
I think nothing will happen anyway, but you know, Sunshed has gone to too many small towns to know that 80% of small towns are cultists, and they come at the night and pull you out and put you on an altar and sacrifice you. Actually, that is a question to note. My mage side, being that my mage side isn't really side, like it's not eye dependent, right? Like the way we have established it. My mage side is like kind of I feel it in my brain, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of.
Would it trigger? Can I feel it during my sleep? Or do I have to be conscious? What?
That's a hard question, actually. That's the kind of thing they never really bring up in the book. So I guess I have to homeroll that.
Yeah. I was saying, like, it's like, for example, my example would be like, if someone started trying to open the lock by magic, would I fear that something magical is happening even in my sleep, or would I roll for that, or how would you roll that?
I'm gonna actually say in this case you would roll for it, because your magic perception is enough that you can kind of naturally feel magic, but when you're asleep, you know, I guess it's kind of a matter of how deep you're sleeping, so I think I'd make you roll for Arcana to see how much your magic sparks up.
Okay. Not that I expect this to happen, being that we're in Griffin Kingdom anyway, but hey, like I said, I cover all my bases.
Yeah, well... well, actually, I'm glad you brought it up. Because I almost feel like you totally read my notes, but you probably did, because you would have, like, probably not done all of this if you had of. But yes, actually...
There on the element of honesty that I did not read your notes.
Well, in that case, though, you do. Your magic senses are tingling, which wake you up. There is a magical presence, right outside your door. It appears to be trying to pick your lock.